Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to go over the project window. So let's head over to the project window, which is on the bottom left corner of your interface. And as you can see here, I have this thin blue outline indicating that I have the project window selected. I can go ahead and click on the multiple tabs within the project window, and I can tell which tab is selected based on that white underline. And also for each tab, there's a little three stacked lined menu that you can click to give you some more options there as well. You can also click on the double arrow and it'll jump right to a specific tab if you don't want to scroll across. I'm going to go back to Project Practice 1 here, and your project name might be named something different. That's okay. That's just the name of the project. That's the name that I gave for this one. Now, I won't go over all these tabs, but I will talk about the media browser. And the media browser is another way of importing footage. I would reserve this for more robust camera types, for instance, like cinematic cameras like the Red cameras. This would be more optimal of importing your footage than using this method here. This one you can use like MOV files or MP4 files. This will be good enough, but something a little bit more robust, like the ARRI or the Red cameras, something more complex, use the media browser. All right, let's get started and import some media. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this import media button. And this is the import media window. As you can see, it's already set up, but I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. Here, I'm simply looking for where my media is. It could be your desktop, it could be your external hard drives. It just depends on where. You should know already ahead of time where your media is and where you downloaded it. Mine is in this external hard drive called Fellini 10. I'm going to select media, transcodes, and I'm going to select day one, card one. Now I'm only going to select the folder. I'm not going to actually select all the individual clips, which I could hit Command A if I wanted to, or I could do Shift click and it should work that way, right? But I'm going to go ahead and just select day one, card one, and I'm going to import it this way so you can see what happens. And as you can see, the folder that it was named after is brought into Premiere just the way it's labeled. And if I twirl open this little arrow, you can see all the clips that reside in that folder came with it. So I didn't need to click on any of the individual clips. And that's pretty cool, right? That you don't have to click on every single clip, especially with 80 clips that lives in this folder. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it another way. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to bring it individually. Let's go ahead and bring in the second card. A couple ways to do it. I could just literally grab all the clips, Command right there. I hit Command A to select all of it, or you can click Shift, hold down Shift, click on the last one. Either way, you could do either way works. And you can just literally just click and drag it this way. And that works fine too. I'm going to hit Delete. And I'm going to go and try a different way. I'm going to hit Command I for import. And you can go ahead and bring it in this way as well. I'm going to hit delete again. You could do File, Import. That works too. And there it is again. And just so you know, I skipped through that real fast. But if you go to File, Import, you can see that the keybind is right there. You can see that it says Command I. That works too. And last but not least, if you were looking for that blue import media button and that's no longer there, well, it generally goes away after you've imported any media. But if you need to bring in more media and you're missing that blue button, that's all right. Just double click any of the space below this little gray area, anywhere in that gray area, and you'll get the import window here. I'm going to go ahead and individually select it. I'm not going to select just the folder, but I'm going to actually select the individual files. I'm going to hit import there, and now you can see that nice little folder that it came in is no longer there because I selected the individual folders. I did that on purpose so that you can see that you don't have to bring in the folder if you don't want. I advise you to, but you don't have to. What if you just have files just randomly placed like this, right? What can we do? Well, now I'm going to show you how to organize it. So a couple things. The fastest and easiest way is selecting all your clips. So I'm going to click on that top one, Shift, holding down Shift, I'm going to click on the last one. And I'm going to secondary click or right click on my mouse. And I'm going to get a shortcut menu. And here you can encapsulate all those files with this new bin from selection. So it's going to create a bin from everything that's selected. So I'm going to hit that. And look at that, it created a bin and it put all those clips inside that bin for me. And then I can go ahead and label this bin however I want. I could call it day 1 card 2, and there you have it. Now I'm going to undo that, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, and I want to show you another way to do it. Not as optimal, but I just want to show you that you can secondary click any in that gray area. You can go to File, New Bin, or you can use the keybind or hotkey Command B, right? So all those options work. I'm going to hit the hotkey here, Command B, and I'm going to create a bin this way, day 1 card 2. And now from here, I have to drag the files into that bin. So I'm going to click, hold down Shift, click here again, and I'm going to click and hold my mouse and let it go. You'll see that little fist being clenched. I'm going to let it go once I have the right bin selected, and I'm going to let it go. And now you have that method as well. Obviously, the most easiest one is where you select everything, secondary click, new bin from selection. Just showing you many options that we have here. All right, I'm going to go ahead, and you can see now that I have both folders, and you can of course sort these based on the name, right? Ascending or descending, doesn't matter. Now, I want to show you other options here. I'm going to show you thumbnail view. Take a look. Actually, let's import one more thing so I could just show you something interesting here. I'm going to Command I, and let's bring in day 2, card 1. I'm not going to bring in everything. There's a lot of footage here. Well, I might as well. Oh yeah, there's a lot of footage. I'm just going to bring you a couple just so you can see what I'm about to do here. I'm going to bring in 6 clips here from day 2, card 1. All right, so day 2, card 1, I've got that in. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple things in the project window that's pretty cool. Right now, I have this selected, which is list view by default. But if I go over here, there's something called icon view. And as you notice, if I move my mouse over certain icons, you'll see that a little helper text shows up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on icon view. And you can see now I'm looking at it not in list view, but icon view. Now, icon view is interesting because if your clips are already in a bin, those bins are going to be the icon, but not the actual clips inside those bins that we just created. But you can see how cool thumbnail or icon view is. You can scrub through without clicking on it. I'm just hovering my mouse over it, and you can see that you can preview the contents of your clips here. It also gives you the clip name as well as the duration of the clip. Now, I'm going to go back to list view because I'm going to show you a better way to do this. But let me go ahead and put all this into a folder first. I'm going to go to new bin from selection. So highlight everything, right click, new bin from selection. And I'm going to call this day 1 card 3. Oh no, I think it was day 2 card 1. That's what I think. Yeah, there you go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click any of these bins and take a look at what happens up here. Double click the bin. And you can see that a new tab was created right next to the project tab, right? Project : practice 1. A new tab was created, bin : day 1 card 2. This is why I'm telling you to be intentional about understanding how what you've selected, right? The underline tells you what you've selected, because now the difference is, you can see the difference is here's my project bin tab, and here's my bin tab that I've double clicked. Now in my bin tab, I'm going to go and hit icon view. And this way, this is what I prefer. What I like to do is I like to keep my project in list view, and allows me to see my files more as sort of a file management system, and then open up the actual bins and then be able to see the actual contents of the bins. So I could do that to all my bins here. So I have day 1 card 2. I'm going to do day 1 card 1, and I'm going to do this and then put that in icon view. And I'm going to do that to day 2 card 1 and put that in icon view. And now you can see if I click on these double arrows here, you can see that I have all 3 bins, a little bit out of order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and hold and put them in order. So day 1 card 1 is going to be at the beginning here, not before project. And I'm going to put day 1 card 2 second, and then day 2 card 1. So I'm going to put them in order here. Oops, there we go. And I'm going to also change this to the correct order as well. So now I have it very organized. I can keep it in list view. Look at that. So I have all my clips in list view. And now I also have the individual bins open so that I could see them in icon view. And I could scrub through and take a look and just kind of scrub quickly. So I have the best of both worlds. I have the list view as well as the individual bins. And of course, if you have multiple bins open, remember, use the double arrow to get straight to a bin that you need to get to. You can also increase the size. You can use the slider to increase the size of each bin. And that's pretty much it that I'm just going to go over for now. I think that's enough to go over about the project window. There's of course a lot more. There's a lot more icons to go over. But for now, I think this is a great starting point for sort of a basic foundation of the project window.